Hi, this video is brought to you by trimbender.com. In this video we're going to show you how to trim out the brick mold of a window. We start with our piece. On the right side we're going to, first thing you do is cut the sill angle. And as you can see here, it's roughly a 1/4 inch angle maybe. So starting with the sides, we're just going to trim off from the back to the front roughly a 1/4 inch pitch of an angle. And then it should fit nice and tight like that. Now we're going to go to the top and cut our length. So all you do for this is just measure to the top of the brick mold and mark it on both sides. And when cutting a piece with the blind stops bent in it, can be a little tougher. So what I usually do is I do 2 cuts and like a couple pressure bends where you can like bend a piece out, and make sure you do it on the bad side, not the good side. Okay, now that we have our length, we're going to notch out so that it clears the brick mold. So just mark right there. And now on this step, we're just going to remove the blind stop bend. Now we're going to come back and cut about a 1/2 inch above where you marked it before and remove that section. And now take your snips and snip it back to where you marked at the original spot. This is going to leave a tab that we're going to bend over. Like so. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the blind stop. Mark it back about a 1/2 inch. And just cut the inside so we can fold another tab over. This is basically so that if water gets there, it's going to run alongside the brick mold instead of get behind it. Okay, now you can cut the angle part of the thing. Don't cut it an exact 45, just cut a slight angle off of it because you want some of it to stick up so the top piece covers over it. Again, to prevent water from getting behind it. And there we go. And for the left side, we pre-cut a piece already to save some time. You basically do the same thing, but just an opposite angle. Also with the tabs. And now for the top piece, it's basically the same thing, but we're not going to leave the tabs. You're going to line it up at the edge of the brick mold and then mark it so that we clear it. And this one we're going to cut all the way up. You can go and cut your angle right away. Not quite a 45 on this one either. Now we're still going to have to notch out the blind stop. So we'll put it up there again. And we're going to mark roughly a 1/2 inch. And on this one, you just cut out the one little tab, like so. Now, with the piece all the way to the right, we're going to go to the left and we're going to mark to the edge of the outside brick mold for our length. Mark it on the bottom and the top. And then we're going to go ahead and cut this piece completely off. Again, I use the pressure bend cuts, which allows me to get my snips in there. Okay, now we got our length. We'll again put it on the right side, all the way to the right. And now we're going to measure the inside of the brick mold so we can clear that. And this one gets cut all the way again to the whole side of the piece gets cut off. And cut the angle right away. Again, not quite a 45. One last step is to notch out that 1/2 inch for the blind stop. Again, if it's a basic brick mold, you won't have the blind stops bent in there, which is a lot easier. Now make sure the top piece covers those tabs that you had in there before. And as far as securing it, you can either put one nail in each corner up in there, which will tighten the corners, or which a lot of people do is nail the inside, which kind of hides the nail in. Then after that, it's all done. You want to run a bead of caulk along the outside to seal it completely. And that's it. And thank you for watching this video, and hopefully it helped you out. You can check us out at trimbender.com. Thanks.